Thursday Night Football is back, and with it comes the electric energy that only primetime can deliver. The stadium is alive, buzzing with anticipation, as fans from all walks of life gather under the bright lights, united by their love for the game. The air is thick with excitement, hope, and a touch of nervousness, because tonight, everything is on the line. Tonight's matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and Miami Dolphins isn't just another game on the schedule, it's a true turning point for both franchises. The parking lots are filled with tailgaters, the smell of barbecue and the sound of laughter mixing with the distant roar of the crowd. Rival fans exchange friendly banter, but everyone knows what's at stake. The stakes are sky high, both teams are desperate for a third win, clinging to playoff hopes and a shot at redemption. Every play, every snap could be the difference between a season revived and a season lost. The tension is palpable, as fans watch with bated breath, hoping their team will seize the moment. This isn't just another game, it's a battle for momentum, respect, and the chance to change the narrative under the unforgiving glare of the primetime lights. The players know the world is watching, and every mistake or moment of brilliance will be magnified. The Ravens are fighting to prove they're still contenders, rallying together in the huddle, drawing strength from their brotherhood and the words of their coach. They remember the sting of recent losses and are determined to show the league they're not done yet. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are scrambling to salvage their season, searching for answers and inspiration. Their coach urges them to dig deep, to play for each other, and to defend their home turf with everything they've got. All eyes are on Lamar Jackson as he returns from injury, eager to reignite Baltimore's offense and remind everyone why he's one of the most electrifying players in the league. His presence alone lifts the spirits of his teammates and sends a message to the opposition. The Ravens are back in business. On the other side, Tua Tagovailoa faces his own challenges, working to overcome recent turnover troubles and silence the doubters. He knows that tonight is his chance to lead, to inspire, and to prove he can carry the Dolphins when it matters most. It's a classic showdown, dynamic offense versus a struggling defense, explosive playmakers on both sides of the ball, and the promise of highlight reel moments. Every yard will be hard fought, every touchdown celebrated like a championship. Two quarterbacks, each with everything to prove, step onto the field with the weight of their teams on their shoulders. Their focus is unbreakable, their determination clear in their eyes. Thursday nights test not just skill, but coaching, discipline, and heart. The pressure is relentless, and tonight we'll see which team can rise above the noise, the nerves, and the expectations to seize their moment. This is more than X's and O's. It's about pressure, passion, and survival. It's about the dreams of a city, the pride of a franchise, and the unbreakable bond between players and fans. The Ravens want to spark a mid-season surge, to turn adversity into opportunity and set their sights on the playoffs. The Dolphins are fighting to keep hope alive at home, determined to defend their turf and give their fans something to believe in. By the end of the night, one team will walk away with renewed purpose, and their season's still alive. For the players, the coaches, and the fans, this is more than just a game. It's a chance to rewrite their story, to chase glory, and to prove that under the lights, anything is possible. The Ravens' 2-5 record doesn't tell the whole story. On paper, it looks like a season slipping away, but beneath the surface, there's a team fighting through adversity, refusing to let setbacks define them. Every loss has been a lesson, every challenge a test of their character. They've faced a brutal schedule: Buffalo, Detroit, Kansas City, Houston, and the Rams, true heavyweights. These aren't just any opponents, they're some of the league's most dominant teams, each with playoff aspirations and elite talent on both sides of the ball. The Ravens have been thrown into the fire week after week. Each loss was a hard-fought battle, not a blowout, and the experience has forged their resilience. The margins have been razor-thin, with games coming down to the final minutes. Through every setback, the Ravens have shown grit, picking each other up, refusing to quit, and learning what it takes to compete at the highest level. Lamar Jackson's injury hit hard, stalling their offense and exposing their vulnerabilities. Without their leader, the team struggled to find rhythm, and the offense lost its spark. The absence of Jackson was felt not just in the playbook, but in the energy and confidence of the entire squad. But with Lamar back, the Ravens' identity and explosive potential return. His presence on the field changes everything. He's the heartbeat of the team, the playmaker who can turn a broken play into a highlight. The offense regains its swagger, and the team believes again. The toughest stretch is behind them. Only 4 of their final 10 games are against winning teams. The schedule finally eases up, giving Baltimore a real chance to regroup and make a run. The path ahead is challenging, but far more manageable than what they've already endured. Now, Baltimore has a golden opportunity to stack wins and re-enter the playoff race. The city is buzzing with hope, and the locker room is filled with renewed determination. Every game from here on out is a chance to rewrite the narrative and prove the doubters wrong. If they stay healthy and capitalize, that rough start could soon be forgotten. The team's depth is being tested, but with key players returning and a focus on preparation, the Ravens are poised to turn things around. It's about staying focused, executing the game plan, and trusting each other. Tonight's game is the first step in their comeback tour. Under the bright lights, with the whole nation watching, the Ravens have a chance to make a statement. To themselves, their fans, and the rest of the league, it's a chance to build confidence and start a winning streak. Momentum is everything in the NFL, and a single victory can spark a run that changes the course of a season. The energy on the sideline is electric, and the belief is growing. The Ravens are ready to turn the page. With grit, heart, and a city behind them, Baltimore is set to fight for every yard, every win, and a shot at redemption. The headline tonight is Lamar Jackson's return. He's not just a quarterback, he's the Ravens' engine, and his presence changes everything. With Lamar healthy, Baltimore's offense becomes unpredictable and dangerous. Defenses must respect his speed and arm, opening up the playbook for creative, explosive plays. His leadership lifts the entire team, and his timing couldn't be better as the schedule softens. Tonight is Lamar's chance to shake off rust and re-establish rhythm with his offense. A strong showing would send a message: the Ravens are back in the playoff hunt. All eyes are on his mobility and decision-making after injury. If Lamar looks like himself, Miami's defense could be in for a long night. His return shifts the balance of power. Baltimore is dangerous again. The Dolphins' defense has been their Achilles heel all season long, consistently letting the team down when it matters most. In each of their 6 losses, they've surrendered at least 27 points, making it nearly impossible for the offense to keep up. This troubling trend has exposed deep flaws in their defensive unit, raising serious questions about their ability to compete with top-tier teams. Week after week, coverage breakdowns have left receivers wide open, while a lack of consistent pass rush has allowed opposing quarterbacks to pick apart the secondary. The run defense has been equally problematic, with missed tackles and poor gap discipline leading to big gains on the ground. These issues have combined to create a defense that struggles to get stops when it matters most. The inability to force turnovers or get off the field on third down has worn them down, both physically and mentally. Opponents have been able to sustain long drives, keeping Miami's defense on the field and wearing them out as games progress. This fatigue has only made their problems worse, leading to even more breakdowns late in games. Now, they face perhaps their toughest challenge yet: Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Jackson's unique skill set as a dual-threat quarterback is a nightmare for any undisciplined defense. His ability to escape pressure, extend plays, and break off explosive runs puts tremendous stress on every level of the defense. Miami's linebackers and safeties must stay disciplined, maintain their assignments, and communicate effectively, or risk giving up huge plays. One lapse in focus, one missed tackle, and Jackson can turn a broken play into a highlight reel touchdown. One mistake against Lamar can mean a game-changing touchdown, swinging momentum in an instant. The margin for error is razor thin, and the Dolphins can't afford to let their guard down for even a single snap. For Miami to have a chance, their defense must step up like never before. They need to play with energy, focus, and a sense of urgency that's been missing in their toughest moments this season. They need to pressure Lamar, contain his runs, and force turnovers, something they've struggled to do against elite offenses. Creating negative plays and capitalizing on mistakes will be crucial if they hope to slow down the Ravens' attack. If the defense falters again, this game could get out of hand fast. The Ravens have the firepower to put up points in a hurry, and Miami can't afford to fall behind early. The spotlight is on Miami's defense to finally deliver when it matters most. Their season may depend on it. Miami's offense has struggled, and the spotlight is on Tua Tagovailoa. Leading the league with 10 interceptions, Tua's turnovers have killed drives and hurt his defense. These mistakes come from forced throws, misreads, and poor decisions under pressure. Against Baltimore's opportunistic defense, Tua must protect the football at all costs. This is a critical test. He needs to play smart, efficient football to give Miami a chance. The Ravens will bait him with blitzes and disguised coverages. If Tua can avoid mistakes, Miami can sustain drives and keep their defense rested. But if the turnovers continue, the Dolphins won't keep pace. Tonight is a prove-it game for Tua's future. Here's what you need to know for tonight's AFC showdown. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern, Thursday, October 30th, at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The Dolphins hope home field advantage, and the Florida Heat give them an edge. Watch exclusively on Amazon Prime Video. Make sure your subscription is ready. Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit will call the action, bringing top-tier analysis. Prefer radio? Westwood One. Sports has the national broadcast, plus local options for both teams. Get your snacks, settle in, and don't miss a snap. This game has major implications for both teams' seasons. The stage is set, now it's up to the players. The Ravens enter as 7.5-point road favorites, a big number that shows odds-makers' confidence in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson's return is a major factor, shifting the line in the Ravens' favor. Miami's defensive struggles and Tua's turnovers also weigh heavily in the odds. The over-under is set at 51.5 points, signaling expectations for a high-scoring game. Most public money is on Baltimore, but some sharp bettors see value in Miami as a home underdog. 7.5 points is a lot to give a home team in primetime. Will the Ravens dominate, or can the Dolphins keep it close and surprise the experts? The betting lines add another layer of intrigue to this matchup. It's a classic public versus sharps showdown. History leans toward Baltimore in this rivalry. Their last meeting? A 56-19 Ravens blowout in Week 17 of 2023, a game Miami hasn't forgotten. That dominant performance is a blueprint for Baltimore and a painful memory for the Dolphins. The all-time series is close. Ravens lead 9-8 in the regular season, but Baltimore has won both playoff matchups. When the stakes are high, the Ravens have delivered. Tonight, Baltimore enters with confidence, while Miami seeks revenge and redemption. The Dolphins want to prove they're not the same team that was embarrassed last year. History won't decide the winner, but it adds drama and pressure. The Ravens look to continue their dominance. The Dolphins fight to rewrite the narrative. As kickoff nears, the big questions loom. Will Lamar Jackson return to MVP form or show rust after injury? Can Miami's defense finally contain a dynamic offense and avoid costly mistakes? Will Tua protect the football, or will turnovers doom the Dolphins again? Which playmakers will step up and change the game's momentum? On a short week, which team will be sharper, more disciplined, and ready for prime time? One team leaves with hope, the other faces a daunting climb. The answers are coming soon.